Hi everyone! Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today's video will be fairly quick, probably under 10 minutes long. So I came across this article on Gizmodo.com, and the author of the article, Beth Elderkin, has already watched all 6 episodes of the first season of Fate the WINX Saga, probably through some special early viewing access that was granted to them by Netflix. So essentially, this person has given their review of the show in this very article. I skimmed through it, and there were some spoilers, but I'm not going to get into any of it in this video. However, I will be covering some of the things that were talked about in this article that could inform us on what to expect when January 22nd comes around. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. One of the things the author mentioned is that the show has diverged intensely from the original series, which is not all surprising. We all expected it to be the case. They've also said that it's really dark, and we all know this was one of the main criticisms the show has gotten when the teaser trailer first dropped last month in December. Based on what they've seen, expect to see a lot of sex, drugs, bloody corpses, and other adult content. Whether that's a good or bad thing is up to your taste and preferences. But for the author, they definitely view it as a negative because the article goes on to talk about the original animated Winx Club series and how bubbly it was compared to the gloomy adaptation. In terms of specifics, they thought that the character, Beatrix, who is indeed the combination of Icy, Darcy, and Stormy, was annoying. They also thought that the character of Aisha, played by Precious Mustafa, was turned into, and I quote, Bloom's glorified helper. Basically, they're hinting that out of all the Winx Club members in this adaptation, Aisha was cast aside the most, and that sucks. Regarding the specialists, they were pretty dull according to the author. Not really surprised by that. The author also had some other complaints about the show, but they were kinda spoilery, so I'm not gonna get into it. In terms of the positives, and what I like about this author is that they are also able to look at this series as its own entity outside Winx Club. Essentially, they're looking from the perspective of those who are not necessarily familiar with the OG series. So from that point of view, they thought that the show as a standalone is decent. If you like Vampire Diaries and Legacies, you'll like this show. She thought that the interactions between the main Winx girls were the strongest. They shared good chemistry on screen. That honestly made me breathe a sigh of relief because what made Winx Club a great show wasn't just the magic, the action sequences, or the visuals, but it was largely attributed to the character interactions amongst the Winx Club fairies. Winx Club arguably has the strongest friendships out of all the all-female ensemble animated series that has ever existed, at least in Western animation. Not to mention, the friendships felt very grounded and real, especially in seasons 1 and 2. So it's nice to know that the girls' chemistry on Fate the WINX Saga was believable. The author also commended Abigail Cohen as Bloom, who was way better here than she was in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I can believe that because as a fan of Netflix's Sabrina, Dorcas was done so dirty in part 3 of that show. Spoiler alert, she was basically killed by her own sister. The author also thought that the portrayals of Stella and Tara, played by Hannah Vander Westhuizen, I believe, and Elliot Salt, were solid. I'm honestly glad that Tara was received pretty well by the author because, as y'all know, this character alongside Musas were the most criticized due to whitewashing. And while I am definitely against the whitewashing of characters of color, I'm glad that Tara got some positive feedback just because this entire situation doesn't need to be any worse than it already is. Plus, so many of you have told me that Tara is actually Flora's cousin on this, so she's not actually her replacement. Other than that, there is also some LGBT representation on Fate, but it's nothing significant because none of the main Winx girls were shown to be in lesbian relationships, at least in this season. It's only some of the villains that are part of the LGBT community, which is a problem in itself, so yeah. Honestly speaking, I find the author to be pretty fair with their assessment of the show. They recognize that not all Winx Club fans are going to like this show, which is definitely the case so far, but they also said that the cast members such as Abigail shouldn't be crucified for being affiliated with this project. As I've said before, us liking or disliking this show shouldn't be swayed by a short trailer, nor should it be influenced by other people's reactions. For myself, if you have watched the other videos I have put out on Fate the WINX Saga on my channel, you would see that my reaction to the teaser was quite positive, and after reading this article, I'm still pretty optimistic that I'm going to like this show, but that's just me. I love magic and drama in general, so maybe that's why. Before I end this video, I want to say something important. I feel like ever since the show has gotten so much negative feedback after the teaser was dropped, it seems like the team behind Fate and Netflix are now hesitant to continue to promote this show any further. Do you feel the same way? There's been little to no marketing since then. Like, have you seen their Instagram page lately? There's literally nothing posted since December 11, 2020. This makes me sad because regardless if you like or dislike what you saw on the teaser, there's no way to judge a show completely based on that teaser. And there are so many people who are making this show out to be horrible without much to go off of. And that kinda pisses me off because as a result, the show isn't being promoted as much as it should, probably due to fear of getting even more backlash. From my perspective, there could be someone out there who would genuinely like this show, but because the marketing has been so abysmal lately, they might not even be aware that the show is going to come out soon or even exist. I mean, this could easily change because we still have under 2 weeks left until the show gets released on Netflix, and maybe then, they will release more promotional material during this period. But I have a feeling that it will just be dead air until the day of, or day before the series gets released. I hope I'm wrong though. Whatever it is, I'm an OG Winx Club fan who has genuine interest in the show, and I want to let people know, especially Winx Club fans know, that this show, Fate the WINX Saga, deserves a fighting chance, and we should only decide whether this show is good or bad only after watching it. That sounds fair, right? I want to thank all of you so much for watching this video. Please like and share this video if you can. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to check out more content from me. I will be reviewing all 6 episodes of Fate the WINX Saga later this month, so please check out my reviews as soon as they're posted to my channel. I want you all to have a great day ahead, and I will see you all next time. Bye!